Hey guys, good morning. Happy Monday to you guys. Um, got some really great information and just a few insights for today. Last night I was on a call last night with a strategic mastermind call that I get on each week with some of my mentors and fellow business partners. And the theme of the talk as we were talking was why, establishing why. And this is actually really crucial when it comes to trying to get healthier, when it comes to trying to get stronger, learning jiu-jitsu, getting better at jiu-jitsu, starting a business. It all comes down to why. Why are we doing certain things? And so, first off, what is why? What is the why, and why do I need to know my why? So at the end of the day, our why is our ultimate motivation, and is our ultimate motivation to get whatever it is that we want done. So establishing the why, step one is writing down your goals, knowing what your goals are. So like I mentioned before, I write down my goals. I haven't written them down yet this morning, but I write down my goals. I write down my goals each and every day, okay? And again, remember, like I talked about before, these are like out there goals. These are long-term goals. These are short-term goals. I sit down and I write down my goals, step one, and I write down what it is that I want out of my life, for my health. What do I want? And then once I write those goals down, and they may change and they may stay the same, but I write down what it is that I want. And then I go through and I visualize, right, is the next step after the affirmations part, which is my goals. I'm affirming that, I go through my vision and I start to visualize those goals, and I visualize myself that like I'm having them now. But one of the next things we have to really focus on doing is, once we write down our goals, whether it's a weight loss goal, getting stronger, learning jiu-jitsu, starting a business, whatever it is, we need to sit down and really ponder and think, why do I want this? Why is this goal important to me? And all of our goals are going to be significant to us in a specific or particular way. So I want to use so I'm going to give you just like a generic an example, and then I'm going to give you an example of myself, something that I'm still trying to get better understand my why, because my goals change, and I'm always trying to figure out why. And so the goal of that why is your motivation. But here's the deeper emotional reason why you need to know what your why is because your why, you have to find the pain. You have to dig as deep as you can into that why to ultimately find that pain that's like, this is why I want to do it. Because until you find that pain, it's not going to motivate you to achieve whatever it is that you want, right? So we're all adults here, right? We shouldn't need somebody else to motivate us. Some people say, like, yes, people need motivation. Honestly, I don't think we need external motivation. I don't think we need external motivation. I think what we need to do is we need to dig into our goals and figure out why we want them. And then we've got to dig so deep to where we find the actual pain, and that pain is going to motivate you. You don't need anybody to motivate you, okay? We're all adults here. What you need to do is you need to dig and find the pain. Once you find the pain, that's your motivator. So I'm going to give you a generic example of finding out your why, and then I'm going to give you my example and my life story as to why I started things like getting stronger. And hey, what's up, Brian? Good morning, buddy. And why I started jiu-jitsu. So here's a generic example, and this is something that's very common in my profession. Is we deal with women and men that want to lose weight. So let's say somebody comes into me and they're like, Hector, I want to lose weight. I want to lose X amount of pounds. So okay, so the first thing what you got to do is basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw out a why ladder, okay, and we're just gonna keep going down the ladder until we figure out the real reason why. So let's say someone wants to lose weight. And we're like, okay, well, why do you want to lose weight? Well, because, and the very common answer is, well, I want to feel better and I want to look better. Okay, well, why do you want to look better and why do you want to feel better? So we're going another step down into the rung. Well, I want to be happier, and I feel my best when I'm at this weight or when I'm wearing these clothes. Like, I want to feel better, and I feel better and I'm happier when I'm at this weight. So then a question again, okay, well, why do you want to be happier? Like, what's going on in your life? Like, why do you want to be happier? Well, if I lose weight, I'll be more confident, and I'll feel better, and I'll be more confident because I look better. Okay, dig a little deeper. So what's going on personally? Like, why do you want to be more confident? And then once we keep digging and then we finally hit rock bottom to where it's like, then something like this will come out. Here's an example. They'll take a deep breath and be like, well, Hector, to be honest, my wife doesn't look at me the same anymore. We've been married for 25 years and my wife just doesn't look at me the same, and it gets emotional. It's because that why needs to be uncomfortable and that why needs to be emotional. And I've had it be towards like, my wife just doesn't look at me the same anymore. And, we've been, married for 25 years. She doesn't even sleep in the same bed as me anymore. And so my next question would be to kind of reinforce that why, just to kind of twist that knife, so to speak, a little deeper, is I'll say, okay, so do you think that because you're overweight, you're 25, 30 pounds overweight, do you think that might have to deal with why you don't inspire your wife anymore and why she doesn't look at you the same? And they'll think about it and they're like, I think that's exactly why my wife doesn't look at me the same anymore after 25 years. And so that's the pain. That's bang. I don't have to motivate him anymore at that point. He's going to show up for his training sessions. He's going to show up for jiu-jitsu. He's going to run his business why it is. Once we find that pain, it's like, man, I don't need to motivate him. I don't have to be on him. Why are you missing class? Why aren't you following your nutrition program? Because he no longer needs external motivation. He needs me to guide him on how to structure an intelligent strength training program or a jiu-jitsu program. That he needs me for that guidance. But as far as the motivation to show up, he doesn't need me for that motivation anymore. So the ultimate why was he didn't want to lose weight because he wanted to feel better. His ultimate why was because he wanted his wife after 25 years to look at him the day that they went on their first date, right? That's the why. So that's just a generic, a generic example of like a weight loss goal. So, guys, a little bit about me, something I've never shared with anybody, and I share with you guys because you're my friends, is, at like 19 years old, I was a fat, overweight teenager, and, my weight's kind of, I was never really like obese, but, I was, as I got into my teenage years, I was a little bit, heavy, and especially like elementary going into like junior high. And so, as a kid, I was, so one of my goals was getting stronger, right? Getting stronger, building muscle, just a typical guy, right? And then I've always loved martial arts. I came across Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and that kind of turned into my passion and my love. Well, my surface level why was, well, I want to look better, I want to look better. That's why I want to get stronger. I want to look better. I want to be attractive, right? And I want to learn jiu-jitsu because I've always liked martial arts, and I've always, it'd be a cool thing to learn. So then I had to write down why I wanted to learn those things. And I didn't establish this why. I really didn't realize the emotional reason behind this why until several years into me, exercising, getting stronger, etc. So it's like, well, okay, why do I want to look better and why do I want to learn jiu-jitsu? After I said, well, it's something I would always like to learn. So I said, why? Well, for me, it was to build more confidence. As a guy, we want, we're the symbol of strength in the lives of our family and our kids. So, well, I want to build confidence. I want to be confident about myself and the way I carry myself. Okay, draw another line. Why do I want that? Why do I want to be confident about that? And it all boils down to, ever since I was a kid, since elementary school, I was picked on every day as a kid. And I was literally, there was a couple of kids that would just follow me home. I lived about 30 minutes from my house, and I would walk to and from school. And there was a couple of kids that would just follow me home and literally beat the crap out of me on the way home. They'd spit on me, make fun of me, call me names. I used to have like a little cowlick on the back of my head. I don't have any hair now. I don't have that problem anymore. But I used to have like a cowlick in the back of my head, kind of like like the Dennis the Menace, right? I used to have a cowlick, and they used to make fun of my hair. And so, they used to pick on me, spit on me, push me down, and just beat the crap out of me every single day, like all the way through, pretty much through junior high. And so that really like kind of like messed me up, you know. And I never told anybody. I never told my parents. I never told anybody this. And it's just something that kind of stuck with me all my life until I got into high school, and then eventually as I got out of high school. And I think that's what innately got me into liking martial arts, because innately I always wanted to learn how to defend myself because of what happened to me as a kid. and that really kind of broke my confidence, and kind of just sorry guys, a phone call just came through. But at the end of the day, that was my motivation, that was my pain. The reason why I wanted to get stronger and learn jiu-jitsu is because of what happened to me being picked on as a kid. And nowadays we know how bad bullying is in our society, that I made a decision right then and there that I would never be picked on ever again in my life, and that I would get stronger and learn jiu-jitsu to become a badass, basically, you know, not to brag, but I want to become this person so that way I can help other kids and other men become the men and the dads that they need to be for their family, you know. Fortunately, you know, I didn't grow up with my father, but I grew up with my stepfather that raised me from the time I was 5-6 years old. He was a military dad, military guy, and he basically taught me what it was like to be a man, and I'm forever grateful for that. But there were several things that happened to me as a kid, as I'm sure all of us do, that we don't tell our parents, and this was one of them. But that was my pain. That was my ultimate motivation. Is I knew once I started writing down this why, I knew that I had to become somebody. I had to become a specific person, a specific man, if I wanted to be the dad and the husband that my wife and kids deserve to be. So if I could become this, then if I can't give to others what I don't have, right? So if I can become this, a stronger guy, and teach other men how to do it, and if I can become a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and become a black belt, not just on the mat, but become a black belt in life. So in Jiu-Jitsu, it's not, you know, most people say, you know, it's, oh, I want to get the black belt. Well, why? You got to become a black belt more in life. Yes, Brian, pain equals your motivator, solution, action, results, absolutely. So the goal is to become a black belt in life, not just a black belt for the sake of having this power over people, right? Because with great power comes great responsibility. We've heard this in movies and all this other stuff. So the point of this video, guys, is you have to figure out what your why is, write your goal down, then ask yourself, why do you want that? And the first answer that you give yourself is not why. Don't settle for that, because if you settle for the first, well, I want to look better, or I want to learn jiu-jitsu, or I want to start a business because I hate my boss, or because I want to make more money. Well, why do you want to make more money? Well, because, you know, I want to pay off debt. Well, why do you want to pay off debt? Well, because at the end of the day, we want to start our own business. Like 94, if you ask, I think it's like something like 94% of people want to be their own boss and run their own business. They just don't know how to do it. And there are other solutions. There are easier ways out there than going and investing, I don't know, shoot, $500,000 to open up like a Dunkin' Donuts or something like that. There's other really inexpensive ways to start your own business. At the end of the day, people that start their own business is because they want to create a lifestyle for themselves. One is to make money, obviously, right? But that money, it's not the money that they want. They don't want the money. They want what that lifestyle, that money can provide. So money is just a tool to get us to create a lifestyle of what we want. So I'm running my business both online, my health and wellness business, and physical location, ultimately to give me the lifestyle that I want. I want to be, my perfect day would be get up, you know, pray with my kids, take them to school, do my miracle morning, go train jiu-jitsu, go train kettlebells. That's it. Come home, pick the kids up from school, and spend the rest of the day with my kids and my wife. That's like my perfect day. If money wasn't an issue, right? If we had time, money, and health, what would we be doing, right? They want the money to ease the pain. Absolutely, Brian. They want the money is to ease the pain of why they can't do the things that they want, right? So, guys, if you want to start a business, you know, do your research behind it, okay? There's easier ways to do it. If you're trying to get healthier, there's easy ways to do it, right? If you're looking to create more time for yourself, there's ways to do that. But it all comes down to finding out what your why is, and you have to dig so deep to that pain makes you so uncomfortable. That's going to be the motivator, and that's going to help you to achieve your goals, whatever those goals may be, okay? So that's all I got for you guys today. Now I'm just kind of started to ramble because, I mean, I could talk about this all day long. I've got so much stuff that I'm trying to work on, and just a big thank you to, actually, my buddy that's on the video now is Brian. We had a great conversation and a talk last night in our mastermind, and it was about this why. And this is something that I talk with people every day about their why. And at the end of the day, the goal of the why is to find the pain. That pain is your motivation, and that will lead you to attain whatever goals it is that you're striving for. So that's all I got for you guys today. Today's Monday, beginning of the week. I've got a full calendar this week. I've got a great health and wellness and business event that I'm going to be heading to this Saturday. So I've got a lot of work to get done. So that's all I got for you guys today. If you're enjoying these videos, like I said, in the bottom right corner, you know, hit to be notified. Share this. If you know someone that can be inspired or motivated by this video to find out their why, please share, tag somebody in this. And that's all I got, guys. Have a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.